Hi guys, it's Kiarko here, back with another speed build. Today we are building a church that was renovated into a home. So it is Monday. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Let me know if you did anything, wild or crazy or fun, because I always tell you guys I live completely vicariously through you and your lives. I didn't really do anything over the weekend other than work. For my program, my interior design program, I had a project that involved like sawing and cutting wood and stuff, so I think I may have inhaled quite a bit of sawdust over the weekend. So if my voice sounds sore or anything like that, you know why. It's because I inhaled wood, basically. Anyways, I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Today we're building a church that was converted to a home. So basically, I've seen a lot of these on the internet. I don't think they're actually that common. I've the internet's the internet, and I see a lot of them, but I've never actually ran into one in real life, and I never heard of anyone living in one of these. But I always love the concept because I think church architecture is just so beautiful. You have these huge windows and the stained glass and the architecture. I think it's just absolutely stunning. So I always thought the idea of living in a church that would be converted into a home would be just so lovely. And one of my favorite images was on Pinterest, where I saw someone who was living in a church that had this beautiful stained glass, huge round window, and they had their living room right in front of that huge stained glass window. So the living room was just cast in this beautiful array of light, and I just thought that was so wonderful. So it just kind of inspired me to build something like that, where it's a church that someone took and converted into a home. I actually didn't have any stained glass windows. I tried to find some. I didn't find anything on the internet that I was completely satisfied with. But let me know if you have any stained glass windows, CC, because I definitely need some, because I just think stained glass is so freaking beautiful, and I would love to use it a lot more. But anyways, this is more a classic style church. I mean, I'll be completely honest, I don't know very much about church architecture, the history of what certain churches look like for certain reasons. I don't know it. This is just from my brain of what a traditional, more classically looking church would look like. So obviously I have these beautiful windows in here. These they're black lattice striped windows with these lovely arches in the front. And then I'm using this door from the Cottage Living Pack, which I thought was very, old school churchy. But yeah, so basically in the front, we're just gonna set up these two little mini garden areas, just because I wanted some greenery out front. And basically I just had to do something with the outside area, and I had no idea what to do. So I just made little garden areas, and I thought they turned out pretty cute looking. And especially with these little stone pathways I'm putting down. So the idea is that you could walk up to the house, or you could walk down a stone pathway by these little gardens and just kind of have a little garden walk, I guess. I mean, a very short garden walk, but it would be very cute, I think. And I do end up putting in benches on the left and right, so you can also sit in the garden. And that's kind of what this little outdoor area is. But basically, for the way that I laid out the church and the way that I thought about the way this would work theoretically, is I like the idea that someone took this church and obviously renovated it for a home. But I didn't want them to change very much. I still wanted the building to maintain church elements, So I thought that this little garden area could be something that was there originally, that people who are going to church could have a little garden relaxation. I don't know, just a little area that'd be very beautiful out front. And then later on, when we move to the inside, you'll see that we kind of have this open floor plan going on. There's not really, it's almost like a studio, to be honest, because the bedroom itself isn't even closed off in its own room. It's kind of out in the open. Because churches, from my knowledge, traditionally don't they wouldn't have a lot of walls, right? You would walk into the building, there'd be all the pews, then you have the front section area, and you just have the big windows on the side. So I didn't want to, not capture that. I wanted to capture that essence, basically, that the people who renovated this church into a home didn't really change much, they still kept the core architecture going on. So basically there's two sections of this house. I mean, there's a little bathroom, and we do add in a basement just for extra areas, and I feel it's realistic that a church would have a basement. I feel that happens. But we have this big main area when you walk in, and then we have the area towards the back, and that's where our bedroom's gonna be. So it's just kind of like sectioned off in its own like area, but as you can see, there's no doors, just like this big archway. And I feel like that could be relatively true to the original architecture. Maybe, I don't know. But I also wanted to have the walls also look kind of original, like they were also part originally of the church. So we have this, I don't know what you call it. It's not like, it's just like these wood panels that have like these little decorative details that I thought like really went with the aesthetic that I was going for. And then it came with this like dark blue color on top, which kind of inspired the rest of my color palette. I wasn't originally gonna go with like a bluish interior. It just kind of turned out that way because of the wallpaper I picked. That sometimes happens to me where I'll make one design choice and the rest of my design choices are just like based off of that one design choice, which probably isn't the best way to design things, but sometimes that happens when I build. And in this case, that's what happened with this wallpaper. But I do think it turns out looking very good with this like deep, intense blue just like throughout the build. And we also have like these touches of orange, which are kind of like a call to the wood tone we have going on here. And then I think our metal tone is like a bronzy gold, but I don't quite remember if I even have that much metal in this build, but yeah. Anyway, so this is the bedroom I'm setting up right now. You'll notice like here and there I'm putting up little like portraits of people. Like above the bed there's like a portrait of a woman. And on the other side of the room, there's like a portrait of someone else. And I like the idea that these portraits were of like historical figures or like people who were in some relation to the original church. Like maybe they were the people who built it or the people who founded it or just like ran it, you know, just like some historical things. Because this would be a historical building, you know, with this like very grand, beautiful architecture. So I think that the new owners who converted it into a house would like to, pay homage to the history of this building, but yeah. Anyways, oh yeah, so here's the little portrait I'm putting up here. And yeah, that little seating area is very cute. So now we're gonna move on to just basically the general living space. This is an open floor plan, like I said, because I didn't want to put in a bunch of walls and stuff and like close off the whole building from like these beautiful windows. To be totally honest with you guys, I'm always trying to be totally honest with you guys, but to be like totally honest with you guys, I don't love open floor plans. Like, I don't know if I've expressed this opinion before to you guys. You may have been able to tell from my builds in general, I don't usually go for open floor plans. It just, something about them, I don't know, they just feel like a little bit, I don't know what the word is. I just like walls, okay? I like walls. I like walls in real life. In real life, I'm not a huge fan of floor plans. But in this case, in this particular build, I do think that the open floor plan works, simply because we have these frickin' huge ass windows everywhere, you know? So like you get light from every single section. The whole space kind of feels very open and like, unified as one. But as you can see, I'm going very hard with this blue color palette. We have this lovely blue rug, and I'm gonna put up some yellow curtains actually, so we start bringing in some yellow color into this palette. And I chose these really tall curtains because I feel like they really elongate the windows and, really emphasize how tall this space is. And then over here, we're gonna have a little piano. I wanted it to be an organ, just like another church reference, but I didn't really like the color palette of the organ that I had in the game, so I just went with the piano instead. But I still think this piano works and it's very, very cute. I didn't put in a TV or anything like that. You guys know me, like in terms of when it comes to like modern technology, I usually try not to include it in my builds because I kind of find modern tech to be a little bit ugly, to be honest. Like I just, in real life, if I was actually designing something realistically, if someone needed a television in their living room, there would be a television in the living room. But in the game, when I'm doing builds and stuff, I just find TVs so ugly, so I just don't include them. But the Sims living here will find something else to do. They'll take the little garden walk out front and be happy. But anyways, we have this big, very long dining table. This fits, let's see, how many people? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 people. So you can have like a big old party here, which I feel like, I mean, it's a small space for 12 people, but I feel like you could definitely have a 12 people dinner party here. They all have a chair, so, there's a place for people to sit. But the reason I chose this big, long dining table is mainly because I have such a big space in this build. Like, it's open floor plan, and I didn't have a lot of other stuff to fill up this space. Oh my god, I just freaking realized that I don't have a kitchen in this build. Like, I literally just realized that. Oh my god. Oh, you guys. I am dumb sometimes. Okay. Here's the thing. My original plan was to put the kitchen in the basement and, like, do that, but then I guess I totally blanked on it. Damn. Okay, I'm a little bit frustrated about that. Okay, so there's no kitchen. Pretend there's a kitchen somewhere. There's like an off kitchen, like in a different room somewhere in the basement or something. There is an imaginary kitchen. It's there. Don't worry about it. Okay, so I chose that big dining table because I lost space and I wanted like the dining table to take up a lot of room. And I just thought that like having a large dining table could be like another reference to like churches, you know, like just having a lot of people in like one place, I guess. I don't know, that's just like what I was thinking about. And we have this bathroom, which is freaking tiny as hell. Like, you can barely fit a bathtub in there. It's probably not a functional bathroom. I don't think Sims could actually even get in there, but you know, they needed a bathroom, so they have that teeny tiny bathroom. And then over here is like our little side room, which has the ladder that goes down to the basement. In this little corner, I just tuck in like a little shelving thing. And I'm just gonna, you know, lightly decorate that. And then we are going to move downstairs. So in the downstairs area, which is where I should have put a kitchen, but I don't know, my brain sometimes turns off, I guess. We end up putting in an office. And I know we had an office upstairs next to the dining table, but I end up scrapping that and replacing it with like some chairs and stuff. Just because I felt like the office space upstairs, like crammed next to the dining table, is like a little bit of like a weird placement. So I made it a separate office space down here, which will probably have to be converted into a kitchen if Sims were actually gonna live here. But I love this rug. Isn't this such a beautiful rug? Like, I feel like this rug, I would love this rug in real life. You guys, this rug. I sometimes, like, I go crazy over the stuff I have in my game because I just want it so badly in real life, but I can never have it. It's unattainable for me. But someday that rug will be mine, or a similar rug that will make me equally happy. But anyways, another historical portrait of him in the office. So, you know, I don't know who that guy was. Maybe he like designed the church or something. You know, little office things here and there. I don't know what the people who live here do for a living. Maybe they're like, I don't know, maybe they're historians? I feel like that could work since this is like a historical building. Or maybe they're like, I don't know, professors maybe? Like professors of theology or something? I don't know. Let me know what you think. What kind of person would live in a church? Let me know. And then over here we have like a little seating area. Like I said, we replaced a little office space. That's kind of weird. And we are about done with this build. Please let me know what you think of this. Please ignore that there's no kitchen. I totally apologize for that. There's definitely a kitchen off in the basement somewhere that is just invisible for some reason. I'm really happy with how it's turned out. I feel like I definitely like hit the notes. It looks like a church. I feel like it looks like a church, and I feel like it looks like a very beautiful church, especially with these very, very tall windows. But yeah, as always, let me know what you guys think of this build. Let me know if you have any requests or suggestions or ideas, anything at all, any challenges. Ooh, I like challenges too. Hit me up, put it in the comments down below, or join the Discord and we can chat about it there as well. Also, like I said, I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and it is Monday, so we have another 6 days to go in the rest of this week, and I hope you guys have a wonderful 6 days in your week. Let me know if anything's happening in your life that's, you know, fun. Anyways, as always, thank you so, so much for watching, and I will see you next time.